Hi everyone, Adam here from Trade with Precision and welcome to Vantage Markets Inside the Charts. So as usual, let's have a look at what is going on with that US dollar, that dollar index. If we have a look at it from a monthly perspective, we are still very much stuck within that range. And this is almost since April last year. So it's not going to be very long before we will have been in it for a full year. This really speaks more to the indecision of the US dollar, not really sure what it wants to do. We are back in the middle of the range. We had a failed attempt to break out. Bullish bounce back into the middle, then another move down, another push back. If we have a look at euro dollar here, you can see it's still attempting to stay outside of its range. And this week we could see it move higher, just drawing your attention down to the 1 hour time frame. There is a little bit of a double bottom pattern here, and this might result in a change of trend this week. So I'd keep an eye on that 1.18 level to see if we break up above it. Going back to the daily, having a look here at GBP, USD, that is still back down within the range. It is range bound, it is in a downtrend, but because it's in a range, just be prepared for short-term trend changes at no apparent notice. Now, of interest to me here is the Aussie dollar, US dollar. I very much like the look of this bullish candle here, and we do appear to be moving higher. So this week, my expectation is that Aussie dollar, US dollar will break above that 0.71 level and break a little bit higher. If we have a look here at Kiwi dollar, US dollar, we're more range bound than anything, but we are still producing a lot of bullish signals. And again, we could find our way back up to the top. So all of these hinting at a slightly weaker US dollar. Dollar yen, this really worthwhile having a look from a monthly time frame. You can see here 4 months going sideways, very little decision on the current monthly candle. The weekly here ping-ponging between these two levels, and the daily as well. So just be prepared. Again, we could go either way. We are producing lower highs and higher lows, so it is forming a little bit of a wedge pattern. It's leaning slightly bearishly here, so might see a break lower and heading back down. Dollar CAD is producing a higher low and a little bit of a flat level here on the daily. And again, it's giving us some mixed signals. So when you look at dollar yen, dollar CAD, dollar Swissy, the direction is not as clear. At this point, for example, here we are moving down, we're producing high lows. Again, we have got a bit of a wedge formation here. So if I just grab this, we've got lower highs coming in here and higher lows coming in from the other side as well. So just be prepared that ultimately we could find ourselves going in different directions. I would stay away from dollar yen, dollar CAD, and dollar Swissy for now. Aussie dollar seems to be the most attractive, and possibly euro dollar with a move to the upside. Let's have a quick look at those global markets. The weekly here is actually the most revealing. Going here and having a look at it, again, we're still very much in a bull market. We're producing a small bullish indecision candle here near the moving averages. At a break above the high, we could see this continue to move higher. Going across to the S&P 500, we did produce a bullish candle here in the moving averages. And again, every time you think the market's going to break lower, it actually finishes higher. So we could see again, let's see if we do break above that 6,900 level and take another run at that 7,000 level this week. Excuse me. NASDAQ also finishing with a bullish candle, but overall, please just note, it is very messy. If you go to the daily here, there's just so much going on here that it's potentially worthwhile to just watch from the sidelines and not engage in the US indices. Russell 2000, again, here we're also showing a nice bullish indecision candle, a little bit of a flat level around about the highs here at 2,675. And again, the buyers are still in. The only question is, can they succeed in breaking through that level? Then we move away from the US. Look at the FTSE here, just having an incredible week last week. What I would like to see this week is any kind of a pullback into the moving averages. Any nice green bullish candles forming this week would be amazing. I'm going to jump ahead to the ASIC. That is also on my watch list. I want exactly the same thing here. It's very nice and bullish here, and it does look as though it's intent on already moving up from here. But any kind of a pullback here for me would represent buying opportunities. The DAX, the German DAX, also looking good. I very much like the look of this. Some very nice bullish signals here. We could very well see this continue to head higher. A little bit of local resistance there, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the German DAX break higher. Then have a quick look at the Nikkei. It's forming a very mixed, again, it's another wedge pattern here. And again, it could go either way, so I'd be cautious. I'd stay away from this. And finally, the Hang Seng, which is still very much range bound. If we have a look at it from a weekly perspective, it's not really giving us much clarity there. Let's have a quick look at crude oil. So crude oil finishing quite strong on Friday, but still stuck in the middle of a range, and honestly could go either way. We need to watch and see this week if it does manage to successfully break and close above the $67 level. Should we get more bearish wicks, we could see it heading back down to the bottom. Gold very much on my watch list, finishing strong last week. Very nice bullish candle there on the weekly. The daily here really trying to break up above that 5,100 level. And this week, if it does successfully do that, follow through, closing right near the highs there, we could see this continue and work its way back up towards the previous highs. Silver also finishing strong. So this is a really good area. We highlighted where it might turn around. It's got a nice high here it's trying to get through. So this week, early on, we might just see this breakthrough and heading back up towards $92. Finally, wrapping up, Bitcoin here is looking more bearish than bullish, giving us some mixed signals here. And again, I keep an eye on this. It's a wedge pattern, but if we find it coming back down to test that 65,600 level, and if it breaks through that, it will be heading back down towards $62,000. So there's quite a bit to have a look at there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just quickly recap for you. That dollar giving us some mixed signals. Euro might attempt to push higher. Aussie dollar still looking quite strong. Gold and silver still looking quite strong. The US indices trying to make a bit of a comeback. Outside the US indices, everything is still bullish, and any pullbacks for me are buying opportunities. And that's it, gold and silver. And as I said, Bitcoin, we're going to wait and see if it tests these lows again. Have a fantastic week, and I will speak to you soon.